whatever you take on safari in your camera bag is a very big part of the day. Obviously, you don't want to carry 40 kilograms of gear with you, so you only take what you need and not what you don't need. So I'm going to take you through what I'm packing in my bag. We're off to the Caprivi in a few days, and I think this is a very vital part for a wildlife safari is what you take in your bag. So let's start. So my camera bag is obviously the most important. This is the Gura Gear Kaboko 3 30-liter plus, extra large, and it really works well. It's got amazing zip quality. It's really got some nice space in the camera bag. Once I get to the lodge and I can off-hook my lens hood and put it on normally, the camera fits in perfectly, and it's just to open up the flap, take the camera out, and it's rolling. Right, so my optimal wildlife camera is the Nikon Z8 paired with the 300 2.8 prime lens. Really is nice and compact. It is quite heavy, but you get used to it. So this is definitely something that is non-negotiable to me. So it fits in perfectly with the lens hood backwards. Fits in perfectly, really nice. Then I also take a second body with me. It always helps just for last minute changes. If there's anyone that forgot a camera body that I can help out with, I have a Nikon D850, which is the powerhouse of the DSLRs paired with a battery bank. It really lasts very long, and this is really a very nice backup just to have. All right, that goes in this side as well, and that closes up over here. For the rest of the camera gear, I've got the Nikon 7200 2.8, really nice and versatile, especially if the wildlife comes a bit closer, or you want to get environmental shot. This really works really nice. So that one goes in here. Then for behind the scenes, footage of flyers, footage of us. Even if the animals come really, really close and you want to get some nice environmental shots, it's wider than the 7200. I use the 24-120 FC, is a new Nikon Z lens, which really works lovely. It goes to the top here. One other thing that's really important to have in your camera bag is organized cables. So I use one bag for all my battery chargers, card readers and hard drives, and then I use another bag for all the cables. So this one is orientated to technology, cell phone, watches, earphones, those kind of things, and the other one is all camera batteries, camera chargers, and memory card readers. So these one just goes up here. Also got some extra camera chargers that plug into the car for that really last minute failure of planning, and this one goes down here, it goes up here. Right, so those two are in there. Then a very important thing to have in Namibia is a dust blower, because we live in a very dry country and there's always dust around. So I pop that one just here, nice and easy to reach because you do use it a lot. A very small memory card case that's got some extra memory cards in here, also nice and easy to reach. This is the real backup memory cards. It's not CF Express cards, these are just normal SD cards. So that is my last resort. Then also a multi-plug. You will be surprised how many places do not have enough plugs. So this is always nice to have, even if you don't use it. You don't want to get into a place where you have one plug and you need to charge 3 camera batteries, a cell phone, a laptop and a watch. Then you start to run around like a chicken. Right, so that one goes in there. For the most important part of a safari, let's go through the safari essentials. That is not photographic gear. First of all, a lens cloth. Lens cloth really helps in the dusty areas just to quickly clean a lens, clean your sunglasses or anything else that needs to be cleaned. So lens cloth is important. Now we've got a bus. Obviously we're in a very dry climate, so there's a lot of dust. And also it helps against the freezing mornings on game drives, together with a winter hat. A winter hat really helps you to just stay a bit warmer on the chilly morning game drives, or also in the Chobe when you're on the river. The wind chill is very cold. Then also a pair of sunglasses. Sunglasses are also very important. The UV index is very high out here and you don't want to damage your eye. Okay, so I use the Valon Desert Edition. So it's really nice and protective against the wind and the sand on the sides here. It really is important to have a good pair of sunglasses. Then also a very important part is the binocular. I use the Vortex 10x42s. It's not always photographic and the animals might be far away, but it's still nice to see them or just to identify what bird or animal it is. Therefore, I use the trusted Vortex 10x42. Then a laptop, downloading images, sharing a few with the family, or just having everything done and having everything backed up. A laptop is important. And then one of the most important part is a water bottle. This one I got on the last safari to Mushatu. Most of the lodges will give you a water bottle, but it is important to bring one with you. Always a really nice keepsake as well, and a very nice collection to stash in your kitchen cupboard. But yeah, it's a lovely thing, and it's important to stay hydrated above anything else. Together with sunscreen, I don't carry sunscreen in my camera bag, but it is important alongside a very good water bottle. Then something different that I love to do wherever I go, it's not an essential, but it is something that I have grown to love a lot, is to shoot holy grail time lapses of everywhere I go. It doesn't always work, but it's always worth it to take the gear with, in my opinion, to try it. So I have a small rig battery bank that connects directly to a dummy battery made for the Nikon, which slides into the camera. So it's like a power bank that slides into a dummy battery into the camera, which gives you 16 hours of battery life, which is really important when you shoot a 12 to 14 hour time lapse. Now, this is not a necessity in shooting holy grail time lapses. You can connect modern cameras and mirrorless cameras to a normal power bank with a Type-C to Type-C cable, and it will also work. But I just like the old version, and I like the fact that I can enter a battery into the camera that is connected to a cable. Just think it's very cool. And then obviously when shooting a holy grail, you need a tripod. So I use the Leophoto Ranger series with a normal Leophoto LH40 tripod head. Really works well. It's nice and small for traveling. It's also really nice and compact. It's not very heavy, and it is very durable, and it's very steady in windy conditions. So I think this is a really nice mid-range tripod for traveling and also coming to Southern Africa. Right, that's the camera bag full, closing down the last zip, and what it looks like, how we travel. Then lastly, what we do is I carry a very small crossbody bag from Freedom of Movement. This is also not a necessity, but it's really nice to keep your wallet and some cash and your passports with you when you travel. But then also I keep really important slip eyes, nasal spray for sinus, and those kind of things with me. But I also keep an extra memory card, my 2 extra batteries that I need close by. I put them in here, and then also, of course, travel necessity, a pair of earphones. All right, so that's it. That's how I travel. Just swing it over my body here. Off we go, ready for the Caprivi.